Public authorities are asking more and more from banks to report information on their clients, and therefore this new role is of course raising many challenges, many operational challenges and also many legal questions.
Public authorities have a different perception of the role of banks than the perception that banks have of their own role. The relationships between public authorities and the banking sector is sometimes quite tense and even ambiguous. But today we don't want to oppose the two camps. Our objective today is to increase their mutual understanding.
Automatic exchange of information, we've learned through our experience with the EU Savings Directive, can play a very important role in ensuring that tax administrations have the information that they need, so that not just the honest taxpayers pay their taxes, but also those which perhaps are less honest.
Given that the leaders have told us that automatic exchange is happening, that we build a system that is as effective and as cost efficient as it can be. And the key to that is one global system, no European FATCA, no other countries' FATCA, no different and duplicative reporting, but making it as simple as possible and having one system.
Policymakers should be very careful not to have a too cumbersome system. Maybe they will get a lot of information because, as we said, there are no thresholds, so there will be reporting even on low value accounts. We have repeatedly been asking for a more focused and more risk-based approach where we would report on more risky taxpayers.
For countries which have never had any kind of tax exchange or exchange of information, not locally, not international, it is a big step to take, and there are some fundamental rights that every citizen of the European Union are entitled to. You have to measure which is the most important, the protection for citizens or the tax authorities wanting to know all about you.
There is a clear focus on the role of large corporates in building our society, especially after the financial crisis. I think that is recognized by financial institutions. We're working very constructively with them. Where the rules don't work, we need to change the rules, and it's not about bashing business, it's not about bashing banks, it's working together, I think, with a shared responsibility to come out of the crisis and create jobs and growth.
There is a project pushed by 11 countries and the Commission, the European Commission, to introduce a kind of FTT in Europe. We know as a banker that it's a new charge on the economy, a charge that will divide the internal market in countries in the FTT zone and outside the FTT zone, and it's a major challenge for us.
We know that the FTT could be detrimental to the global economy, and I cannot understand why politicians and policymakers do not accept this fact and realize that the FTT is not the right way to go if you want to add extra revenues to states.
11 member states have decided to take part in this approach, in this enhanced cooperation procedure. They have to reach unanimity on the key features of the tax, and not only on the key features but on all aspects of the tax. So divergence has to be minimal.
How and what would come as an FTT? If we have an FTT on everything, the cost could be huge and several times this percent. If we have a restricted FTT, the cost will be lower. But the question is still, do we need really in Europe here and for only a part of Europe a kind of FTT? And our answer is definitely no.
This tax is a very big issue for the banking sectors, but not only for the banking sectors, also for the economic and industrial sectors of all countries concerned. And that is also a problem because it would be a new constraint on the banks concerned with the new project as tax collectors.